Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Bit of news, the trusty old Bosch Rotak mower has decided to give up the ghost. It's broken down on me, it's decided enough's enough and I've had to get a new mower. So it's been a good little mower for the last 15-20 odd years, something like that. But yeah, he finally started vibrating all over the place, and then when I restarted it after checking that the blade was okay on the underneath, then the speed started to slow down and then a smell of burning was coming out of the mower. So sad day, it's going. But now we have this one, a little bit smaller. It's a Ryobi 18V, so not having to contend with any extension leads. Lightweight. Let's see how this one performs, and let's get it built. With all the parts, we have a rubber band. I don't know what the rubber band's for, but we will soon find out. We have an empty bag now. Get rid of that. So, looks like we've got one, two, and we're going to have some screws. Going to there. Where am I going to put it? 1, 2, 3. What shall I put it on? Shall I put it on the first one? Tighten that up. It doesn't seem to be tightening up really. It's getting there eventually. There we go. Nice and tight. So now we've got one more to go on this side. That not going in. There we go. Again, pushing through to the back. There we go. Some tight. Now, I had these poles in correct the first time. So, bar handle goes in from the outside because on the side here you've got 2 holes for the cable clips to clip into. One. That's 2. Would have been better if those were on the actual inside, but hey ho. So let's get it out onto the lawn. So we've got a fresh 5 ampere battery to go in to the mower. So let's lift the lid, check the keys in the right way. Doesn't make a difference by the look of it. In he goes, and let's put it on. That's a high setting. Now, that's a bit fun. this lever here is quite temperamental. It's not moving. You can't just lever it by pulling this. You've actually got to put your finger down lower to pull out the pin, to lower it down. So I've got that on number 3. And let's click the bag on so it goes on properly. There we go. Get the top on here. Gotta be honest, last time I bought a mower I didn't have to faff around like this. But hey ho, how modern, how things change in the modern day. Clip on. So now what we've got to do is put the bottom on. It's on, there we go, everything's on there now. Looking in, it's very light compared to my old mower. Press the lever and see what happens. Way too high, so let's drop that down again to number 2 and see what happens with that. So it looks like number 2 on my old mower on the Bosch Rotak needs to be number 1 on this. So, see what happens now. grass on the side here, that's where my mower cut out, and that dirt on the lawn there, that's where I was having to check the blade and scrape it out. Let's see what's it actually picked up. Considering it looked like it wasn't doing a lot. Wow. Can you see that? That's full. So we picked up a bag full, even though it looked like it wasn't picking anything up off the lawn, because of how short it was already cut. But yeah, that's the Ryobi 18V. Ryobi 18V lawnmower, extremely light, so if you've got mobility problems, it's very light to push around on the lawn, and it looks like it's done a decent enough cut, but a few more cuts and we'll find out what it's actually like. Let's see what we've got left on the battery. And we've got 2 bars left on the battery, so it wasn't really overworked. So, and we got 2 bars left on the battery, so wasn't really overworked, but it's done a decent job, I think. I'm only just run it over because I wanted to tidy up this edge over here. So it's not done too bad a job, but yeah, just one thing to bear in mind: it's on its lowest setting now, and my old mower went a little bit shorter than that. So just bear that in mind if you're purchasing a new mower. But yeah, the grass is starting to look okay. Still patches of moss going on with this at the moment, but yeah, on to the next one.